show. Tomorrow 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 show. Oh yeah. Tomorrow show. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. You got that singing. You gotta sing that live, right?
The Tomorrow Show.
Oh shit, that's probably good.
Woo! The Tomorrow Show.
That's awesome. Hey, y'all. This is just in case I get cold. Welcome to the Tomorrow Show. And Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. What's up,
Happy
AC?
holidays.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Do you think they're in the shot, though? You don't like them in the shot?
No, they're fine.
Okay.
I'm not talking about
I'm gonna
those.
put it down now. So yeah, what's up? How you doing, buddy? It's happy
Good.
Sunday.
How are you? Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty
Sunday.
good, pretty good. Hi, Phoenix. Hi, Phoenix. What's up, baby?
Oh, he hears you for
Hi,
sure.
buddy. It's
Oh,
your
yeah.
Uncle Mikey.
Oh, yep.
He's reacting.
That's
He
cute.
wants to tear up the laptop.
To hug me, to slobber me, to love me.
It is cold.
It
It's
is cold.
I'm gonna move this down.
You want to move? You're moving down the camera angle. We got camera person Erin D moving the camera around.
I have to show you guys my little mushroom, my felted mushrooms up there.
Yeah, you see the felted. There's felted mushrooms above
Aren't they
me.
cute?
You see them? While you're over there, you can show them their little mirror here. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? So we're feeling festive over here. You even have a Christmas dinosaur sweater, don't you?
Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Got my Santa shirt on. What's been getting you through to tomorrow, everybody? Sound off in the chat. I know there's been a lot of wild shit to process. Like usual, it seems like every 2 weeks, that's what we say. Hey, it's the Tomorrow Show. Lots of stuff to process, and that's true. But it seems unabating. There's been super wild, weird shit that's even hard to comprehend as far as like being a reality. But we look ahead to tomorrow for the things that bring us joy, the things that we find peace in, like self-expression. Hey, AC, is that a special scarf you got on?
It's my Jameson scarf.
Oh yeah, you got
Nice.
you got some
Best
Irish
whiskeys in the world.
some Irish pride right there.
Oh no. It's funny because I had this scarf for a long time before I moved to Chicago.
Yeah, I remember you had it
When
for
I
like
still-
the first shows I ever played with you.
Yeah, when I still lived in Michigan, I had this scarf. I never started wearing the scarf or even using scarves until I got to Chicago.
Yeah.
Like Michigan and, Illinois, Chicago, it's Midwest and it's cold, but there's a different kind of cold about Chicago. Can't explain it. It's
The
weird.
wind.
No, even the wind. It's something. It's weird. It's something.
Yeah.
It's different.
It's gotta be like the lake, I think. Well, I don't know, because you said Michigan. Yeah, I don't know. It is different. I agree. Like I grew up in the snowy mountains, and
Yeah.
it is just like way colder.
Can I
Maybe
pose a theory?
Sure.
Since both of you were born, well, both of you were born other places. I was born here, out in the suburbs, of course, but I think my theory would have to be that with all the big ass world class skyscrapers, it creates a lot of wind tunnels.
Yeah.
Where like the wind has nowhere else to go, so because like the buildings push it into these like little, corridors, and then the temperature drops, and you get this wind that like fucking has all this momentum from coming out of the more like congested or dense downtown skyscraper area, like the Loop.
Yeah.
Maybe. Like
Yeah.
you get this cold ass air coming off the freezing lake, shooting through these like little like barrels, almost like gathering momentum down these corridors down in the city center. But yeah, that's just theory.
Here's Gandhi.
Hello, Gandalf. You've been so bad.
He's been very naughty. He likes to jump into the tree and ruin the branches.
We have an artificial tree, AC. And do you know that Gandalf has broken probably like 70% of the lower branches?
I mean,
but Luna,
you're not surprised. You're not surprised.
Yeah. So I thought it was just Gandalf, but then I caught Luna in there too. So they're like, oh look, it's a cat tree for me with sparkly objects in it. Yay!
For people out there, don't underestimate or mistake the power of this cat Gandalf that they're talking about. Like, as far as like messing up, the Christmas tree or whatever at your place. People out there might be like, oh, it's just a cat. No. This cat took out like a 53, 55-inch TV at my place when I was cat sitting for Erin D and Mike V.
I know, you almost.
And I'll never like when it happened. Like I won't go into the whole story, but I remember it happening. And like thankfully, like nothing, it worked. There were no cracks in it or anything. But I remember like it was like later that day or the next day, Mike hit me up. It was like, hey dude, how's it going? How's Gandalf? And I wanted to be like, this little motherfucker, let me tell you. But I was just like, oh, I was like, he's great. Like, I don't want to worry you guys on your trip. You know what I mean? It wasn't the end of the world. No one died. No one lost a kidney. But I remember when you guys got back and everything was settled. I was like, just like one day, like kind of chill off the top. I was like, yo, Mike V, for real though? I love that cat, but that little motherfucker knocked out my TV. Like, dude.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's adorable. He's so adorable.
He's a good boy. He does have his appearance definitely melts you when you're mad at him. You're like, oh, you're so damn cute though, and your rage kind of melts away. But he does wind me up. But I mean, it's good. I guess it's good practice because, like, in life you have a lot of things that happen that are irritating and can get you wound up. So I guess it's all in how you deal with it, and maybe like consciously practicing how I deal with him is a good thing. That's some good positive.
He's still adorable.
Mm-hmm. He's definitely a handsome boy.
He's just like really smart and
gets bored easily.
He like loves to climb. He's like a jungle cat.
He's a jungle cat.
Just he has a lot of energy.
A jungle cat. We got a lot to do today.
Yes.
I think today we are going to get right into some new segments because since this being the mid-season finale, we're going to take our holiday break like we did last year, but we'll be back with a whole another set of episodes to finish out season 2. This is just the mid-season finale, and so we're going to have some like looking back as we do in this time of the year. At the end of the year, you get nostalgic. Nostalgia can be like a thing that keeps you stuck, but it can also be a thing that comforts you when you need comfort. So Again, it's about how you use it. Just like you might say food or drink or even wild shopping sprees and stuff. You might consider those things in the same vein. They can help you. They can also be harmful if you're not being smart about what you're doing and how you're doing them. We're going to be looking back today in this Searching for Goodness episode segment. We went to Metropolitan Brewery in October for Oktoberfest. And we're going to take on a virtual field trip in this next segment of Searching for Goodness right now. So let's get into it. Let's get into that show proper. Searching. Oh, yeah. AC, you ever been to Metropolitan Brewery?
I don't think so.
Well, you're going to get to
This was
visit.
my first time.
Yeah, this was, I've been there a handful of times. It was like the last education I did before I left my previous job doing education for the Metropolitan Brewery staff. And it was weird. It was still during a time when people were like, should we be getting together? Should we not be getting together? Is this good? Is this bad? But everybody needed support at that particular juncture, especially people in hospitality. So this place holds a very special place in my heart. It's the Metropolitan Brewery along the river in Ravenswood. Beautiful. It's almost like you're on a ship. And I love those people over there. And I hope they know that. Anyway, let's just take ourselves a virtual field trip right now, searching for goodness at Metropolitan Brewery.
Found some goodness. Bonus engaged.
Got coloring, and books to read, and cards, and games, and all sorts of shit. Unreal, right? I thought you'd like it. Chargers, whatever. What do you need?
Mom just got a customer. Yeah, you did?
Hi.
I haven't tried to infiltrate her to get a customer. You know what?
Oh, yeah. This is their crankshaft. Their namesake or their flagship, I guess.
You didn't add nothing? Is it the German flag for Oktoberfest? Solid. Ooh, they got the Italian flag, or is that Mexico? It's Mexico. Canada. That's nice.
I forgot
Our
they
neighbors.
were newer. It was she came back from Vietnam, so they weren't newer, but they probably were united.
And then we got the Chicago flag, and then, of course, rainbow flag. Your dad. Oh, what's that? My interest is piqued.
Double bonus achieved.
Hi, Freddie. Did you have fun? I had fun with you. Ah, it's a beautiful night. Oh, it's a beautiful one. Okay. Yeah. Synthetic lens flare happening. Hell no! Yeah, it's pretty cool. that part's definitely like a boat, babe. This is probably like event space or whatever.
This part right here.
Yeah, with the mast. What a beautiful spot, huh? Well, you look cool with this behind you. I should take a picture of you. Thank you. Very European, right?
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a cool spot.
I love that
Nice.
spot. It's just a little taste, but it's very big. It's like this big complex. You park along like Rockwell, and then you walk into like this very like it's like there's this ambience in that area where you walked in or where you saw us walking out, and then you go all the way down that like lit corridor all the way to the end by where the tap room is. And
There's other stuff in there too. Like there's like a place.
yeah,
Wasn't
there's
it a whiskey place?
definitely there's a distillery right there.
Yeah,
In the
I think a
center.
whiskey distillery, and they're just kind of getting started.
They've got
I saw
concerts,
I saw
right?
a pottery studio in there.
There's a coffee
it looks
place.
like there's
Metropolis Coffee,
there's Metropolis Coffees,
which is
down
confusing. Metropolis Coffee, Metropolitan Brewery, but all putting out quality shit. A really nice place to go sit outside, especially like a place like that's cool because like they've got those situations set up where you can just there's like a big open space where you could like hold it down with like a group of people, and everybody gets a beer and just sips on it, or if people are showing up and that don't drink, they can come play games and fucking kick it. And they even have this arigato market where we got tacos like from the bar, basically pre-made tacos, but they were like pretty wild flavors. We got like a deviled egg taco, which I don't know. Does that sound good to you, AC?
That sounds delicious.
It was really yummy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we'll have to go back there as it gets warmer, and maybe we'll stream live like on the deck there, and just kind of maybe even take some kayaks out. I think why not?
There's kayaks
Let's go crazy. Let's go down the Wild Mile, which is this eco park they're working on as like a mile stretch of the Chicago River there. So that we can get rid of some of the industrial sludge that's been in there for a long time, and some animal community can thrive. Did you like that vending machine we happened upon?
Yeah, so there was like art in there. Hey,
Gandy, come on, man! You're gonna break stuff.
There was
games. There was art. There was even a little package of fucks to give. I don't know if you saw that as I was scanning through. There was a little fucks to give pouch of little wooden cutout fucks, and I thought that was pretty neat. There was cards and stuff like that, but there was also like kind of really random dice games I'd never heard of that are probably fun.
Pins and I like the local art stuff.
Pins, art sets. But what was really great about it was that, it found us, searching for goodness. We were like, Good Things vending machine. That's kind of too perfect, right? And it had art decking out the whole thing. So it reminded me of our Searching for Goodness mural experiences that we've gone on earlier in the season. Just been looking back at all the cool stuff that we've gotten to do and share through Twitch and through YouTube and through TikTok and this live stream bi-weekly show. So I just want to say, AC, Erin D. I love you guys, and it's been really cool making this with you.
Yeah.
Same goes for Scott behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but like I was checking out something that Scott made on YouTube earlier of this robot like persona that he's given to the network, which we kind of like played with in the very beginning of this whole thing, referring to the network as like this character of its own here at the Hope for Us network. So it was kind of neat that Metropolitan had like the same robot aesthetic. I don't know, Scott, can you show the network persona you've created? I think it's really neat, and I think Metropolitan Brewery would also sign off on it. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's a good robot." There he is. What's up? What's up, buddy? Can he talk? He talks, doesn't he? Or they?
My name is the network.
Freaking robot, you know.
I'm to tell you about the Hope for Us network.
Oh, I can't hear him. Can't hear him.
So cool.
Very cool, but I do like his voice.
I like it. It's cute.
Their little voice is really nice. I like it. But maybe you can just go check it out yourself. You know,
Baby bot. Yeah.
a cute little baby bot. Yeah, love that. Love that shit. So yeah, we got lots more virtual field trips to different places in the coming 2023 episodes of the Tomorrow Show and segments of Searching for Goodness. If you have ideas of where you think we should go, the things that we should try, things we should do, yeah, let us know. We'd love to do that. And as far as, oh yeah, voice acting. That's my man, voice acting. That's pretty cool.
If you wonder what I'm doing, I'm playing
Laser pointer
laser
time.
pointer with Gandhi because then he won't climb the tree.
Yeah, we got to keep him. We got to keep him on the thing. We're gonna make some wassail, I think, next. Yeah.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about some holiday drinkies. So
This was a special request.
yeah. So I think you're gonna have to take,
I'm gonna be taking the camera.
but maybe also the microphone.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it all over,
Yeah.
and we're gonna do it together.
Okay.
We'll get set up in the kitchen. For nature is amazing, and so are you. So Scott, if you want to hit that nature is amazing button. then we're- Oh yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, I'm gonna have to unplug it from the TV. I'm right behind you. All right. You set up over here. Oh yeah. I'm gonna scoot this. Set you down. Down. All right.
Okay.
We're in the kitchen.
So let's see.
How's it looking to you?
All right. So
Good?
we have
What's up?
here. Why don't you
You
switch me? Here,
want to set that down?
we'll put this somewhere.
Okay.
I'm not sure where we'll put this.
You
Maybe
can set it
here.
on the computer if you want. Oh, that's good. That's probably good.
Hopefully that's all right.
Okay.
So we have apple juice. So you can make wassail with wine or more like a toddy situation, I think.
Oh, toddy.
But it's called wassail because of going wassailing.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just a fun word to say. I'm sorry.
Wassailing.
Ever
Don't
since I was a little kid.
Computer, look at the camera.
I know. I was just, I'm making sure you're all set up, honey.
Um,
I'm just trying to be helpful.
All right, so we have our apple juice, and I'm gonna here. Why don't you man that?
Yeah.
You can see what you're doing. I'm gonna take an apple,
Okay.
but you have to point the camera down. We've usually done these segments on a phone, so that's why we're sucking. So, okay, so this is like a good tip for like every mom knows this. So if you cut your apple, instead of cutting it this way and you cut it this way, you're gonna get a star shape.
Oh shit.
So see?
Look at that. That's beautiful.
So that's just pretty. So I'm gonna just cut some rings of this to put in there because they're pretty.
Look at that beautiful star you made. That's probably the best star I've ever seen.
Natural star. Okay.
Pretty cool.
You ever made
That's
that
awesome.
star?
Yeah.
Not with an apple like that. No.
Yeah. Okay. Then we have these mulling spices, which is kind of cheating, but that's
How's it cheating?
It's just all together, and you can do these things separately. So this has cinnamon, orange peel, allspice, star anise, and cloves and cardamom. So this is star anise. It's also a star.
Starry night.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put
Looks
that.
like a fucking starfish.
I'm gonna put that in there too, and then I'm gonna put a cinnamon stick because they're pretty.
Oh hell yeah!
And then I'm gonna put some of the mulling spices. So they say to put it in a tea ball. So I'll do that.
What the hell's a T-ball?
Uh-oh, what does he do?
I'm not sure what he's doing.
Okay.
I'd rather not know.
Okay, so look at that. So there's all these spices in there, and here's a tea ball, which can help us just, we have tea, we have a few different kinds of tea
It's a
stuff.
steeping device.
A steeping device, we could use this one too.
Look at that guy. Make him talk. Hey, stop that, dude.
Happy holidays.
Gandalf.
I don't
No, buddy. No.
We're all of our pets, dude. I had to just go reel in Phoenix.
Yeah. Whoa, the cinnamon bark in here.
Yeah.
Is crazy.
Some wild shit.
Okay, so here we go. Oh, there's that's a cardamom seed pod.
And so you'll get this going.
So
And how long does it take?
really not long.
Are we just gonna let it cook for a little bit and like watch some memories? and
Yeah.
Serve it up.
Yeah. So
Well, that's fun.
we'll just put that
I
on
know
like
Carl
medium.
might be even hanging out. I wonder if he has questions about the process you're making.
I should have measured it out, but I'll probably put a little more apple juice in there. But yeah, so like I said, this is like a Yuletide. Like the Yule is like an old tradition, old Norse tradition, and wassailing would be going around to different places. Hey, stop moving.
You can smell it from here. Why is it called mullings? I'm trying to read the question.
Okay, so mulling is, I think, just the word of the word of putting a bunch of stuff into a liquid and letting it mull in there. So,
Like, did you
I'm actually gonna put more cinnamon because I'm a cinnamon freak.
Is muddling and mulling different?
Yeah, muddling is if you are like, you have like your stuff. You have like your stuff in there, and you're like, you're like going, you're making this motion in
like
your cup.
That thing right there, that mortar and pestle thing.
Well, no, like you have your cup of
you
like
muddle it in a cup.
like say you have
You smush it in there. It's smushing.
Yeah, that's muddling. Muddling is like you take tea leaf, you take like say you have mint leaves in like a drink, like an alcoholic drink or something, and you're kind of muddling them and squishing them and releasing those juices. Mulling, I think, is just when you have them in a bunch of spices or something in a liquid and you're heating them up.
Oh, I gotta go get it.
Yeah.
No.
So
Get down.
So let me be more clear. So
a cinemaniac is what someone said in the chat.
Cinemaniac. Nice.
Yeah.
So so for Yule, which is around this time of year.
Yeah.
Similar to like Imbolc and Samhain and all of those same holidays. They're like old Norse, a lot of Wiccans still do them. So they would go wassailing, which is going door to door and giving gifts or charity.
Is it like caroling?
Doing charity, sort of, but like I think that you would take gifts, maybe you would sing, you would go to, taking food to people who needed it, that kind of stuff, would be wassailing. And so you also would have wassail with you to keep you warm, which could be wine or cider or something warm and spicy. We took the apple juice and we cut up some apples and we put cinnamon stick and we put star anise and we put cinnamon in there, and we're just gonna bubble it away for a little while, and then we'll come back and we will drink it.
We'll be Norse. We will be Norse. They could smell it. They can smell it from there.
Yeah. So starting to bubble.
Delish.
Pretty easy. And that's how you do mulled wine also, is you just put some wine in there. You could put whiskey or bourbon, but it's delicious without it.
It's a special drink no matter how you mix it. Right?
Yeah. Some CBD. Yeah, that'd be good.
Rocking that CBD. Oh, look at our Magritte making its first appearance. Look at your little spice hutch.
Don't look at
your
the big mess that is my spices.
That's cute.
All right, let's go back to the couch.
Let's go back to the couch.
I'll take this.
All right, yeah, we did it. We fucking did it.
I'll bring cups over later.
All right, we're making the move. Here we go.
Oh, and I might. You know what? I might add lime.
What?
I might add lemon or lime in there too. But
What?
That sounds good.
Look, it's Tiny Mikey.
Hello?
Sorry, when we don't move in the right way, it mutes our microphone. A bit herky-jerky, but we fucking did it.
Okay. Horrible. All right.
You can plug the TV back in too, so we can see it big.
Where?
To there. I'll do it.
Okay.
Terrific. Look Look at us. We're back.
Back. We're back.
Get it.
Next time.
Next time I'll use my phone.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Well, I can't wait to taste it, Erin. Looks like somehow I've unplugged the microphone. You're stepping on it? Yep.
I'm stepping on it.
We're doing great. We're doing real good.
Okay.
Everyone. All right. We're doing really good. Wait, that was just the best segment ever. Andy.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah.
You
The
guys.
gust of today's
Candle.
stream.
That's so funny.
What's the name in the gust of today's stream?
The guest. The guest?
The guest.
Maybe
the
this
guest.
is him.
Oh, well, I'd like to have Carl on.
Yeah,
Let's have Carl
Carl's
on.
our guest.
Carl needs no introduction. Carl started the network, Hope for Us Network. Wouldn't be what it is without Carl Evans' leadership, and all of us just are really, really happy with everything we've learned working with him. So I think he's going to join us to take a look back. Yeah. What's up, man?
Yo, what's up?
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going good. I'm doing like 10 things at once, and kind of just making sure I've got like 22 seconds of like focus time, and then I'm like here full way. I was really enjoying. I was listening to the Mullings.
Yeah.
I learned about Mullings just now. Is
Yeah.
the point.
Mulling. You also didn't you buy mullein, which is a different
Mullion
thing?
is a
Mullion is a different
plant that you sorry, he's being a maniac.
thing. You got the yarn ball, you got it all. He got everything while we were over there mulling.
Sweet. Yeah, so I'm sorry, I was really engaged in that, so it was pretty cool to watch that go on. And I you were sort of getting the camera and everything reset up, but I really dug it. It shows an organic, natural live stream.
Organic flow.
Yeah.
Instead of like
we'll have a kitchen camera next time though. We've done that before, and I'd say it was a tad bit smoother with the kitchen camera.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. We are organic. We are at the Treehouse. We are hanging out. That's what we do want people to feel like they're hanging out at our house with us. So, professional cameramen come in time. So what's happening with you today, man? How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. I have been, we've all been very busy, so things have been starting to wind down a little bit as we all get ready for a little bit of the solstice hiatus, if you will. Holidays being as they are for a number of different practices and faiths, but I really, really like the, call me a slave to the Julian calendar vision or whatever, but I really like the sort of, as the solstice or years coming to an end, taking time for reflection and all that kind of stuff, and taking stock, and even if it's just licking your wounds and trying to process, endeavor into the next illusion of a year as we float on this rock through the celestial, infiniteness of the universe or whatever. But with all that said, seriously though, also because January 1st is my birthday, I'm a huge fan of this time. I love this time, even though it's also kind of so mental health wise, it's also hands down the most difficult period of the year for me. And I think I echo, or at least I hear scores and scores of people say the same thing, lack of sun, it's winding in, you're indoors more, all the sort of peripherals that come along with that, whether it's actual legitimate, like you've had it diagnosed sort of SADS, sort of a seasonal effect, or you just understand yourself to be in that space where you just know, even if it's the lack of mobility, because the weather can sort of change people's access to outdoor interaction for any number of reasons. So I just think that it's not your imagination if you kind of feel a little bit of a downshift in this time frame. So I definitely feel that. So I really go out of my way to be very, very intensely engaged on a nebulous of things that even before we came to appreciate the word self-care in a normalized sort of social way, even as a teenager and younger kid, when I didn't even understand the concept of mental health as a thing, this was always a time where like the one place you could almost for sure find me, especially towards the end of December, was glued in a movie theater. And just like, especially there's a long tradition from like going back to me in junior high of like, especially when you get like your school break, your winter breaks for school, where from like that first Saturday after school's out, almost every single day, I'd be riding my bike and just camped out. And I'd just see whatever was showing in order. Like, so the first thing I can get into in the morning, and then because, I'm in that broke 9,000 life, I could just sort of like go to the bathroom and then see another movie and then see another movie, and if I could get the privilege of getting somebody to pick me up from the theater, I'd stay tonight. But if I knew I had to ride my bike, then I would just sort of, 11 a.m., you get to about 3 or 4 and it's time to ride home or whatever. But so anyway, that's kind of these days, I still keep up the movie stuff, but I also just hopefully, just like a lot of other folks, try to unplug, turn on the go away messages and email and, if that's relevant to your lifestyle, and just, I don't want to think about anything more complicated than like navel gazing,
Yeah.
Oh man,
how are you all doing?
I think it's interesting that like lots of other cultures have that like built in too, just like food and wassailing and like the ones the in Iceland and Scandinavia, they have like the tradition of like just giving books, and then everybody just goes off and reads their book, and that's like what they do that day.
I did not know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, I forget what it's called, but like hygge in the Scandinavian traditions is it just literally means like like making yourself cozy, things that are cozy, and it's the most hygge time of year is now.
I like that word. I like that word. Makes me want to go hygge.
Yeah.
Hygge.
Hygge shaka.
Hygge. AC, what's that song from?
Hygge shaka.
Oh yeah. It's Hooked on a Feeling. That's that one. Hooked on a feeling.
I'm believing.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, just going to be jumping all over the place today while I'm your guest. Got a pitch for Sign of the Times, AC.
Hey.
Because I've been loving Sign of the Times. I'm sure everyone who's tuned in has been loving it. It's our newest edition. It's the newest addition to the network. But what do you think? Just bear with me now. What do you think if I were to join and we could do an episode dedicated to the music and really just the cultural impact awesomeness of the original Arsenio Hall show?
That'd be cool. Arsenio is awesome, man.
Yeah, he was a game changer.
He did a lot, He
my silent Arsenio Hall impression.
Everything about Arsenio's show was so different from everyone else late night, from his opening monologue to his band to even his crowd and the way that was set up. Like
see, there you go. You got
everything
it.
was different.
That's
awesome. It was amazing. I would love to set that up, because the reason I brought that up, aside from just sort of, thinking about things to think about, but I was just watching, there are 2 videos back to back that I came across, which was when Arsenio show ended, or he was pushed off, depending on who you want to believe. In 1994, one of his closing episodes in his last season, he had this whole thing where he had basically the prevailing hip hop stars of the time come on, and they just did this like collective group performance that was unbelievable. And then it was everyone from like Naughty by Nature to Queen Latifah was just, in at the point Crucial Conflict was in it.
Yeah.
Tribe Called Quest was on it. It was just everyone in that sort of like scene. You can't even believe the names in there. And so I was watching that performance. He closed out the show. Like they did two things, but he closed out the show, and so there's just a video clip of that. And then I was watching. He'd had him on as a guest a few times, like twice, but in 1991, Arsenio did a whole show that was just basically Prince, where like Prince opened up, did like a opening melody of like "Let's Go Crazy," and then he did a middle of the show thing, and I think Sheila E. was like the actual sit down guest, but Prince just got up there and was just like, "We are gathered here today," and he just destroyed the set. Like, I mean, he Princed it, right? And
he Princed it.
it was like on like actual TV, just free TV was basically a 30-minute Prince concert. Was just unreal. Yep. So, and there's a lot of great things. Yeah. And so there's Prince has this whole thing with like he loved pro wrestling, so it might throw people off, but he has like from 88 to 91. He has pro wrestlers on, but he has pro wrestlers on as like serious. He's not doing a game of like, hey, your character's on TV, but he actually was like works with the character wrestler, and he's not treating them like jerks. Like, and it's just great. So anyway, there's a whole bunch of, and he talks about political things and blah blah blah. Yeah, we should do it. If you would approve.
I would watch that shit. I would watch that shit.
Something that I really wish that was easier to see is the Karamo, like Karamo from Queer Eye. He has a
talk show, right?
That's like he's basically like therapizing people. Like I don't want to say it's like Montel or like
Montel.
What was his name? I don't know why I'm forgetting. Just like the really dramatic, like
you're talking about Montel Williams.
Yeah, but like the white guy.
Maury?
No.
Jerry Springer?
Jerry Springer. That's what I was thinking of. Like I don't want to say
Jerry Springer.
I don't want to say shit. I want to say it's kind of like Jerry Springer, but in like a actually therapeutic way.
Like he's trying to help these people heal.
But like
they're
people who are really like in a dramatic situation, and he's like, okay, let's sit down and talk. But some of the clips I've seen are just like amazing, and I wish it's on some weird channel, and like it's not easy to find. Unfortunately, it's not easy to watch unless you have like just regular cable. But
that's weird. He's on network.
Yeah.
Well,
so anyway, that was kind of, I wonder if he does anything like that. I wonder if he like does more stuff than just the sitting down and talking clips that I've seen.
Yeah, I don't know, because you've probably only seen clips on like YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, and like his Instagram.
Yeah.
But
well, it's pretty badass that he would be given a show. People need to be like hearing from different perspectives like that. Anyway, he's pretty awesome. I like the new Queer Eye crew. Yeah. It's full of fun people. So, Carl, you want to maybe watch a couple clips from earlier in the year with us?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Hey Scott, can we watch the Heavy Holiday clip, just like that recap of like part one? I think we'll all get a bunch of joyful bonus from that. I don't know why I said that like that. My words started turning into weird sounds there. So here we go. Oh man. Oh man. Continues to be scary. You know what, Scott? Actually, hold up. This one, I might have sent you the link to the wrong one, but this one is just the listen through. I think this is just the full track. There's one where AC and me are talking. It's the other one probably in that folder I sent you, because it's more like the like highlights of the process.
This isn't the highlight video?
No, this one was like the music video that I made of clips from the episode.
I mean, can we do both?
You want to do both?
I like where this is going.
You want that full video? I just love hearing AC talk and pulling out his it's the other one that says previously. Yeah. There it is.
Last theory and beats.
We should make a Christmas beat.
It was by far the most skit-like.
With Mike V, Christmas style. Yeah.
What the fuck? Nutcrackers. I got a collection of them.
Holidays are heavy.
This is gonna be a hot track. Hot track.
Oh, hey.
No food and drink. We got to get on that Hope Lounge stream here in a little bit. So I guess we're going to have to come back to this beat to finish it in a two-parter. Hear the beat one more time. I'm proud of it. You did so good in fixing it.
I'm basking in it. Wait.
Yeah. Good. Can't wait to make it a fully produced track with you. Merry Christmas, everybody. All right. There's the whole part here, but we don't have to do all that, I don't think. But it's just long. It's long.
AC's huge reveal of his collection of nutcrackers.
His nutcrackers,
yeah. The best thing
that's just the best. So you guys, let's just talk about that a little bit. Do you remember? Scott, you can pull that video down for now. But yeah, AC, do you remember that particular session?
No, kind of. Was that the session where we didn't like each other that day, or things just weren't working?
So the first time we got together, we were working on it, and we didn't have enough time, and then the beat got kind of fucked up, and I got all frustrated.
Yeah. And then you left. I think you had something to do, or something.
We were trying to squeeze it in, but we also had Art Gives Us Hope going on. There was all the streaming going on, and we just didn't leave ourselves enough time. And then you fixed it, and I came back, and it was New Year's Eve, and we finished it. But yeah, man, I remember it was one of the only times we got together, and was like, fuck, we didn't get it done. I remember just getting all frustrated and walking home.
I just remember not liking you that day. Like,
Hey,
I love you when you were still. I'm just being honest. Like, and you're, obviously we're still friends, but I remember like, just like, dude, what the?
We were both
like, I did
super
not
irritated with each other.
Like, the second part of it was fine. It was almost like nothing happened. Like but yeah, I remember that first part of the day. Like, I did not.
Yeah, I think I came back later that night and we were fine.
Yeah,
but it was like the first go around. Like I wasn't in a good mood or something. But
and that's okay.
That's the sign of a good friendship.
Yeah, definitely.
I love you, buddy, but I just don't like you right now.
Do you remember watching that, Carl? Were you surprised at all at the collection of Nutcrackers?
1,000% surprised at the collection of Nutcrackers. It's kind of, I don't know. I think maybe it's a trope, it's stereotype. Maybe there's I don't know what the type of person one might like project in their head of being like, you know what, you collect a lot of Nutcrackers. But in the Rolodex of like who would come into my head, AC wouldn't have been on that short list. I'll tell you that much.
I got them all. They're all displayed on my bar right now.
Hell yes, they are.
I'm just gonna jump in with like, it makes me think of talking about seasonality. I had the privilege of going to like a really sort of a kind of a closely knit elementary school system. Okay. And one of the things that always stuck out to me as a kid that I thought was probably pretty healthy was the way they sort of structure and reinforce the months. So it was one of those schools where like the designs would change seasonally and thematically. If it was March, lots of green, lots of four-leaf clovers on the walls, leprechauns, what have you. So you get to like Thanksgiving, pilgrim stuff, problematic as it may be. Halloween stuff. Holidays, and this is early 90s, so there would be like a little menorah look, but it was mostly like 95% Christmassy Yule type things. And I'll never forget, like it was like one of the teachers, or maybe it was a student, but someone collected Nutcrackers. And so in my elementary school days, this is maybe first and second grade, one of the most vivid things I can remember in coming into class was the Nutcracker designs. And it just made me so happy. Like each year that we walked in, like the sense of seasonal kind of stuff. So I don't know. Did you have a lot of Christmas stuff? Like growing up, was there a lot of Christmas ornamentation around the house, AC? Or was this kind of just, where's the Nutcracker come from?
So, yes, Christmas stuff around the house, or as much as we could have. The true story, though, of the Nutcracker is that was the first play that I ever saw. And I was like probably 4 years old. And my mom did not know that it was she didn't know that it was like a non-speaking play, that it was just like all performance, like all dance, because like we just walk by, and whenever I would see like a Nutcracker in the store or like whatever, I would like, I guess, freak out, like point at it or whatever, so my mom was like, I don't know what the fuck this is, we're gonna go. So she took me. And then, like, when she, like, finally, like, when the lights went down or whatever, I guess, from what she told me, it's like she went into instant panic mode. She didn't know it was, like just all dancing, like, no talking. So she was like, holy, like, this kid's going to lose it. Like, he's going to, he's going to get bored. He's going to start crying. I just wasted all this money on this ticket, like, But I sat there intrigued for the whole, I guess, 3 hours or whatever. They do like
would that be your first like concert of any kind you can remember?
Probably, I guess, if you want to like count that as like a concert. Yeah.
Oh, it counts.
That
should count.
Well, I mean, it's a ballet, but
yeah,
you got yourself some Tchaikovsky and
Yeah, but it has like a really good plot, you know. It's like intriguing enough, and
Yeah. That's where all that came from. The Nutcracker, you know, the Rat King, and all that.
Well, so that beat, the plucking of the strings for that beat is totally like an homage to the Nutcracker, where like the blim 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 blim
Sugar plum, yes.
Because we were like getting inspired before we even like started tracking anything on that beat, and you showed me Nutcracker on Ice. Remember that shit?
Oh, that's the best thing in the world.
You pulled that shit up on YouTube.
You know, it's interesting bringing up Nutcracker because there's a lot of like, there's all sorts of things around it. Okay, the music is a thing, and you sort of want to jump into like a deep dive. You go into Tchaikovsky's life, talk about mental health and things like that. But like the whole suite is a construction of Tchaikovsky. It was like Tchaikovsky was doing a number of different things that he was going after. But those songs, you know, each one has a title to them, and da-da-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. And like one of my favorite classical music of any kind is one of the suites in Nutcracker called the Pas de Deux, which I'm not attempting to say there's like Pas de Deux or whatever. But like I'm just deliberately like making it very non-enunciated Pas de Deux. This is one of my favorite songs or pieces of classical music anywhere of any time. But the Nutcracker also, I think it's interesting. There's this little bit about it with the holidays and things you do around the seasons. A more recent, like in the last 15 years tradition, is on TV. There's these channels, a cable channel like Ovation, that the Nutcracker performance is a thing, right? It's been done since Tchaikovsky wrote it. So over the past 100 years, and people do all sorts of stagings and reinventions and reimaginings of the Nutcracker, like surrealist ones, modernist ones, blah, 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 blah. So on stage, Ovation will do this thing where it's like the Nutcracker battle. So it might have already started this last Saturday, like yesterday. But basically, every month, every December, they show about 10 to 12 renditions of the Nutcracker performed all over the world. You know, here's one from the New Zealand Ballet Company. Here's one from Chicago. And people can sort of like join in and vote on what's their favorites. And I used to, when there's the time, my mother and I would watch them. Like just as a little, just a stupid little family. Because it's like an hour-long performance, basically. Like it's a really quick thing when it's staged. It's usually just boom, 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 and you're out. But anyway, so I was just thinking about of all the things you could think about the Nutcracker, and then you actually went to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's sort of one of those like somewhat universal things. Like somebody like has interacted with Nutcracker in some way. Like some of us went and saw it. Like you got.
Well, you've heard a song somewhere at some point in your life. There's at least one Nutcracker song you've heard somewhere, whether it's in a cartoon or somewhere. You've heard at least one of them.
Is it in Is it in Tetris? Is that the Nutcracker song?
No. You mean dun 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 dun.
No, it's close. It's not the same. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's more like a Russian orchestra piece. Yeah. But you know what? Nutcracker, 2 thumbs up from Mike V. I love it. I love it so much. I put it on the other day at work, and I've been driving around listening to it here and there over the last couple of weeks. So
I had a book, an illustrated children's book, that I would just love looking at. Like it had these beautiful illustrations. It was just the Nutcracker. I'd probably still have it in storage, but I would look at it like every Christmas.
I feel like somebody, like, how they're redoing like Winnie the Pooh all horror style and like shit like that. I feel like somebody's gonna like be like the Nutcracker, like. Yeah.
Oh,
I bet it'll happen.
Well, there's because there are, especially with the Rat King and things like that, there's definitely places, and I know as a fact, I've seen like turning up the volume kind of horror attempts at it. Not horror, but like,
Yeah.
really getting graphic, making the rat, because there's a fight with the toy soldiers and the Rat King fight. There has been a more adultified animated version, that came out in theaters like 10 years ago. You know what I mean?
No way.
So, it wouldn't be that crazy to just go all the way, make it like a Jordan Peele, but I'm in this, again. I just think it's so weird because I certainly didn't wake up this morning to plan to talk about it. But do any of you know a little bit of the history around like Tchaikovsky?
No, I just know some of his music, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So, we're not in I won't give a long history session. Composer, 1800s era, and I think he's phenomenal. But he's one of those people who he had a lot of correspondence and writing and things. So people have been able to learn a lot about him and his motivations for music and this and the other in a way that maybe others like a Beethoven or Mozart or Bach, you kind of just sort of guesstimate or whatever. So he was appreciated, wasn't ever considered one of the greatest, but in the last 40 years or so, as people started to pour into his letter writing, correspondence and things like that, they've really become, profoundly amazed with him because he put so much of his autobiographical life into the music he's writing. And not just I grew up in Salzburg and so I write with this kind of influence, but he'd write pieces of music that were directly responding to things that were happening in his life that would anger him and whatever. And one of the things that's come to be learned about him, and there's a little bit of academic debate on this, but that Tchaikovsky appears to have largely lived long in the closet, deeply struggling with his homosexuality. And there is some contention about that, but then there's also some, it's pretty much a good case that it was, okay? Because he doesn't write one specific letter be like, I am gay. But there's things happening, right? And one of the things that happens in Tchaikovsky's life, and this, I swear this will make sense in a minute, but one of the things that happens in Tchaikovsky's life is he secures a patron. See, in the good old days, if you were an artist, the way you kind of lived your art was you'd hope to find a wealthy person who would basically just cut checks for you. And that's when we think of the starving artist and da-da-da-da. Before we thought of art having a real day-to-day life, and that's a lot because of capitalism makes advertising, and so now an artist can draw or whatever, you know what I mean? But if you can translate your art to making frescoes or doing something that could get you that kind of work, you hope for to have some rich benefactor to cut you a check so that you could spend your time writing a book or painting or doing what have you, okay? And Tchaikovsky got a hold, he's Russian, met a patron, a woman, a wealthy woman, widower, who would be his patron, long story short, for 30, 40 years. And over the series of those years, although not really clear why, although it's largely suspected because of his conflicts with his sexual orientation, he has this on again, off again, unspoken love with this patron, right? And there's an age difference. She's a little older than him. And he goes through, she'll meet other men and potentially marry, and he'll have heartbreak and be angry at her, and she'll then be angry at him when, they rebuff each other's. And they only meet once when they first engage, and, when they first meet each other at a banquet or whatever, and she becomes his patron. And then they're never, ever going to meet again until, right before she passes away. And they just have this, 30 years of, they're writing each other every month. And, it's old school, long letters and all this kind of stuff. Point is, yeah, well, no, but not like that. It's really tensely Victorian style. It's I thought of you today. And that's supposed to be you make me so fucking, you know what I mean? I thought of you today is supposed to be super oh shit. Some Jane Austen type of thing going on. You know what I mean? And I don't want to over romanticize it because the guy seems to have been in turmoil a lot. The point is he writes to her, she's his patron, So he is telling her about, hey, here's what I'm doing with your money. I'm writing this or that. Okay, and he writes some of the greatest compositions in Western musical history. But he's also using these, like talking about these songs and pieces he writes as like a code word or backdoor to talk about his feelings for her. Because he'll like relate, like this song is beautiful as your hair is, or you see what I'm saying? So he's not actually being inappropriate, but he's, and my point is, long story short, when he has one of his first heartbreaks with her getting married to another guy and he's unable to talk about his affection for her, the Nutcracker Suite is his kind of conflicts. That's him writing. His sort of romantic conflicts is inspiring these different things. And some of the songs he's like, this is when I was really, really angry at you, da-da-da-da-da. Okay? The Pas de Deux is, he just writes a really short letter explaining that this is the love you inspire in me. And he says, like, this is what it sounds like when I think of you, basically.
Mm.
So if you ever listen to the Pas de Deux, it's inside of a bigger, obviously it's inside of a 7-minute thing, but there's like a 5-minute or 6-minute part inside of this like 12-minute section that he's just like, this is what you sound like to me or whatever. You know what I mean? And I don't know if there was a link for it or whatever. I would just, oh my God. So anyway, I'm a goon for like, romanticism and stuff like that. So that's just Tchaikovsky saying like, this is what love sounds and feels like to me. I don't know. Shit like
that's
that.
Awesome.
So thanks for bearing with me.
That's cool. Yeah, no, I love that stuff too.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Awesome.
poetry in composition without words for sure. Like I love the Nutcracker because it is lyrical without lyrics. Like it kind of tells you your story. It tells you that story, but it shows it to you instead of I don't know, like conveying it with language. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Scott, did you have a link on there?
I think Scott's got the Pas de Deux link, the YouTube link in the comments. You want to hear some of it?
Just a little bit. It's the first like 30 seconds kill me every time. So it's just.
I also want to see Scott's autographed Nutcracker from the actor who played him in the play.
Oh, that would be very cool.
Oh man, the wassail. You got.
So this is just the isolation to the exact part of the song, and obviously it's in the ballet. So. The strings, he says. The strings are what make me think of you.
Look at that set.
Yeah, this would be a classical presentation of the ballet. One might say.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've only ever seen classes.
I think same thing. You want to go see a non-tradish? Man, my toes would be so broken.
Well, they are. So are ballerinas.
It's crazy.
So we don't get copy strike. I think we can leave it right there. But anyway, so
that's it.
Yeah.
Thanks for indulging. Yeah, if you listen to the whole thing, like, because obviously it builds and it goes into and da 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 da. But man, but you hear about for anything, right? You hear about a musician's inspiration for a thing, and it takes, even if you like the thing before, doesn't it always just like,
yeah,
it gives you like 15% more at least.
Totally.
Yeah.
No.
Do you guys want to revisit a pretty awesome Tomorrow Show moment when Bree Kelly was here for a nature segment? You remember that shit?
Mm-hmm.
AC, you remember that shit? We tried some stuff out that Bree brought over, and I think this is a riot. Let's do it. I'm gonna have to watch the ballet too. Oh yeah, look at them! Look at them! What are these things? Let's see. And I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try this out. You wanna grab that off the tripod? Huh?
Should we
Right here is fine. If you wanted to pull that off and handhold it.
So you can get these for like your entire body.
Looks like it. I'm gonna put this part under my shoulders, and I'll lay it on. And AC, if you wanna give it a try.
I actually fall asleep right now.
What are these things you guys are on?
These are acupressure mats, I believe.
Sure. Acupressure.
This is where everything just goes wrong.
Brontosaurus shirt. Try shirtless, I guess.
Whatever brings Kelly.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna be a baby about it.
Whoa.
Hey,
Crazy.
So you
Yeah, just gently.
Hey, I don't know if I should. We did not have to take our shirts off for this.
That's
Greek tricked us.
actually good. A lot of people are really like in pain.
That's so funny.
It's nothing.
It's
Yeah, but it's like a good pain.
Look at her in the back. Just enjoying it. That's so wrong.
That's good. That's good, Scott.
That's so good.
We did not have to. Hey. Like, look.
I'm literally texting her right now, being like, I can't believe you got him to do that.
Hey. When Mike first laid down, like that should have been we should have been fine. But then it was like, oh no, you gotta take the shirts off. Do we, Bree? We really have to take the shirts off.
Well,
We did not.
I hope you stayed comfortable, and I'm glad you all were game for it.
Yeah, right.
It was fun. Yeah, it was definitely pokey. I mean, it's supposed to be though.
Like not needle pokey though, right? I mean, silly question. But
It was kind of like laying on like a bed of nails. No, do you remember, AC?
Probably felt like we were laying on a bed of nails because we didn't have our shirts on. That's why it hurt.
It was acupressure. Acupressure, I guess, is along the same kind of idea as acupuncture, only you don't.
Yeah, slightly
Involve
dull
needles.
plastic teeth is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the difference is
Along
that
your meridians?
It's pushing on those pressure points, but not puncturing them like a needle would in acupuncture.
Yeah, I mean that's.
no.
I mean the point of it was to like try something new, right? Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, I see it. Okay, see that didn't the texture of those white things didn't really come through
Yeah.
initially.
they were pretty pokey, but like the reason we wanted to try it and like Bree was like, I experienced some benefit from these, and we want to just share that with our community, like the idea that you could try something that other people might be like, oh, that's weird, but like if it works for you, who gives a shit? Like like and not everybody has access to going to acupuncture, right? It's like that might cost money, or that might, I don't know, you might be in the middle of some rural area that doesn't have acupuncture.
I can't imagine a whole one of those like that's 6 feet long
from head to toe,
and you're like your whole body's just on it.
Or the thing with like it being, and maybe that's a cliche, is like the beta spike kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure if you've watched enough cartoons or
Totally.
I don't know, you've seen it's like, well, it's a matter of like even pressure, but no.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Do you guys remember those sandals? They were like flip-flop, like sandals that had like kind of like gel spikes.
Yeah, I do remember those.
Like the Adidas ones were like you're supposed to wear them down, right?
Yeah, and you would like you would step. They were so weird.
Yeah, they're like little plastic pokies.
Yeah. Reminds me of that.
Yeah, we had to revisit that because I was looking back through all of our episodes and just having a grand old time over the last couple weeks, reflecting, and that one still comes up to this day when me and AC will be at work and like we'll be doing something totally unrelated, and he'll just like look at me and be like, "You know damn well we didn't have to take our shirts off."
I'm just saying.
Oh man.
I'm just
saying.
You're a good sport though, man. And that afternoon was super fun. We had like some tea with Bree. We talked about crystals. We did some oracle cards. We pulled some cards.
Yeah.
It was a very witchy Halloween segment. It was great.
She put a spell on us to take our shirts off.
She put a spell on us to take our shirts.
She put something in the tea, taking our shirts, laying on beds of spikes.
You were enchanted. We were both enchanted. Well, Bree rules, and Bree like popped up at the Champions of Hope and at the Urban Ag Crawl we went on. So much love to Bree Kelly. What else? Should we watch some of these other ones, or should we see what kind of YouTube videos Carl had kind of set aside for?
I would let's do some year. Let's watch some best of videos. I think there was some good work put in. If there's any videos I would have submitted, I think they're not going to be as fun as watching some greatest hits.
Word. Yeah. Should we? Hey, Scott, let's try some of those those top TikToks or YouTube shorts. Those are pretty excellent. I think you did a really nice job on those. Let's switch in one of those. You just hit us with something, man. I know you got something good for us. It was really cool to watch our episodes go up on YouTube after the live stream was done, and then to see things pop up in the YouTube shorts or the TikTok or even on Instagram and stuff like that. So thanks for all you do, buddy. Pretty rad. Yeah. Pretty rad. I wonder what
so many of us are impacted by.
Yeah.
Well, if so many of us are impacted by stigmas, that makes us hide our mental health. It's almost like there's a culture of concealment.
Yes, Cooper. You could say when it comes to mental health, we all live in concealment culture.
Those puppets, man. Network buddies.
I love their little bottom teeth.
When that one puppet looks around and pauses and says concealment, you know who that reminds me of? Ben. I feel like that was Ben.
That's cute.
But that was Paul that did those puppets, correct? Was that
yes, Mr. Hay?
Yeah.
Paul, we're hoping to have Network Buddies become a regular part of the network in 2023. Takes a little while to make sure to get the production right on those kind of things, and Paul's been working very hard with Scott and just sort of making sure we can make it work. We could have Paul and some of his buddies on tomorrow's show.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
it would be awesome.
It would be cool to have one of the puppets be a guest. Where the puppet answers questions and such. I think that would be cool to do with the network robot guy too, kind of like Chief Vet remember when we had Chief Ed on that as a guest with that
cool.
That cool anime overlay? That shit was so neat.
Yeah.
Chief Ed's cool. I wonder if the bot needs a pre-program, maybe we plug like Chat GPT into it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's a way to marry Chief Ed's like slickness with that baby bot. Could be cool. Because I know a voice actor that voices the bot. I know him. I know this guy. So
I'm no gay.
Let's see another one of those high performing TikToks or YouTube shorts, Scott. Love that. They're cute.
Just haven't played Pokemon since Pokemon Silver, I know. But I'm very excited about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And if you have any opinions about which one I should get, please share them with me.
You haven't gotten it yet.
No.
No.
I'm waiting.
Christmas is just around the corner.
We'll see.
Oh. Lots of people said Violet though.
Yeah.
For what it's worth. So.
That's one of those topics that one of the coolest things is, it's been so cool watching the growth of the production on everything Tomorrow Show's been doing. You guys have been fantastic and all over the network. Scott, your work has been just tremendous and phenomenal. And the shorts and TikTok-aroonies are just, it's one thing to dump a video into the short, which is an effort in and of itself, but the post-production just takes it up a notch. It's
so good.
The dings and the faces and stuff like that.
I know.
There was a couple really great ones from Sign of the Times too that came in my feed when I'd be because my lunch breaks at work, I'll scroll on YouTube and they'll pop in there, and I gotta support my man AC. I always click on them, but yeah, even the thumbnails, the artistry of the thumbnails. I mean, come on, man, so good.
Yeah,
so good.
And there were some Sign of the Times, a lot of Sign of the Times that had nice little splashes.
Yeah, do you have any of those set aside, Scott? That'd be cool, man.
I feel like I was cheated in my Spotify. Every year, as I'm sure all of you know, Spotify does this thing where they pretty much been tracking everything you've been listening to all year long. At the end of the year, they give you your Spotify wrap up, and it's kind of cool. It's interesting to see, what people are listening to, what you've listened to in the year. I was kind of surprised. I feel like
Scott,
I feel like I was cheated.
Could you tell us, if you want to come on screen, or if you can't right now? I was just kind of curious, how you do all that shit, man. If you want to, kind of peel back the curtain and kind of tell us a little, tricks of the trade. I don't know. You might be busy right now, though. Hey, there he is.
Oh my gosh! I just realized my poster fell down in the back. Okay,
that's all good.
That's
all good. Yeah, how do you do that, man?
Yeah, using a lot of different programs. I use Canva primarily to get the pictures of people. If there's going to be somebody else on screen, I'll find a picture of them somewhere, and I'll throw it into Canva. I'll cut out the person, throw them transparent, save that file, take it over to iMovie, pop it into iMovie, get the clips from the original VOD, clip it down, put it into its own new iMovie file, get it where I like with the people coming on screen and sound effects. Then I download it, take it to CapCut, put in CapCut to resize it, do some final little video editing magic things. They have cool sound effects. Then I take it to a program called Veed.io where I put in subtitles and any post video video thing where it's check out our YouTube, etc., etc. So it goes through 4 different editing programs And then
Damn, dude.
And I usually do them
that
all
sounds like a lot.
the day of. So like every morning I start like my morning by like, all right, I'm gonna go find this TikTok today. I honestly I need to set more of a like thing in like a routine or schedule into it. But it's just normally I wake up, I'm like, all right, well, am I gonna make a TikTok of today and just look through the content and find some.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, because you pull out some gems for sure.
Yeah.
Like I know that when we did Silly Faces with Native Hero, you ended up like capturing that moment like almost like immediately. I feel like you turned that into a TikTok, and yeah, just killing it. So thanks. You want to pick one more to watch?
Let me see.
Which one you gonna put up?
I don't know. Let me see. I have a list set up over here. I think another really. Is it on here?
I know that like whatever you throw up there is gonna be enjoyable.
Okay, sorry, I didn't have the video pulled up. One sec.
It's okay. We had so many great moments in 2022 on this couch here with our friends. Some really great guests, some really great segments, some really good chats. Oh yeah, I know what this one is.
Land.
And you got yeah, like his like children's YouTube show channel where it's like there's positive affirmations. It's all animated like animals and stuff like that. There's positive affirmations, nursery rhymes, and like stuff like that, like little children's songs. He's got Snoop Loops. Him and Master P started Brodus Foods, which is like, family-owned General Mills basically, and they make food products. So there's Snoop Loops out there somewhere too. I haven't come across a box myself, but have you seen Snoop Loops, AC?
No, but I've seen his wine.
He's got wine too. I mean, like he's got some for like pretty much everything. But this is the thing. This is the thing that made me smile and laugh super hard. You know what's so funny? That's so funny you pulled that one up. This morning when Erin was coming downstairs and I was getting ready for the show. She's like, "What are you doing?" Because I was just watching Doggyland. I was on the YouTube channel.
And I just hear like these funny voices.
Because I was kind of a little more curious because I saw Snoop talking about it, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm the character that I'm the voice of is Bow Dizzle, and he's like the coolest. He's like the big brother. He looks out for everybody, and he's also like the best rapper." It's just so ridiculous. So I ended up watching a couple nursery rhymes and like a couple affirmations that are on there. And there's like a bunch of stuff that's like queued up to like debut in January on there. So I don't know, man. This is just like some lovely stuff out there, like of him and the other people that co-created it with him, talking about like asking their kids like how the show should be and stuff, and like they animated some of the dances from like that were popular on TikTok into the cartoons and stuff. So. But yeah, like there's like a whole song about like being different. That's really awesome. Like be yourself, like one of the, it's just lovely, man. They're maybe they're not targeting my age group necessarily, but I definitely got a fucking kick out of them. So I don't know. It's just worth bringing back around. That's funny that you picked that one.
Yeah.
Did you think like I was watching some kid stuff, or what did you think? That's why you were like, "What the hell are you doing?"
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Watching a little bit of the kids entertainment.
I saw a clip I saw a clip of Julia Louis-Dreyfus, a long time ago on Sesame Street, and it's like a blooper of her cursing, like messing up a line, and she's like, shit, and Elmo is like, she said a bad word. It's just funny.
So it stays in character. That's right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah.
That's funny with the network buddies that we've seen a little bit about. One of the motivations for it is kind of that whole idea of there's lots of conversations that, it's counterintuitive. If you have a serious conversation with a puppet, it's like disarming in a way. Snoop Show, 1990 and 1995, you could have won a lot of bets of like, I bet that man sitting up there in 1995 on trial for murder is going to have a sprawling $100 million empire that will be interassociated with Martha Stewart, PBS in its own way, children's programming, and youth empowerment, community football. The community football, probably they'd be like, oh, okay, I'll take that bet. But like the Martha Stewart co-brand association, never would guess.
And he made that happen. He like reached out to her, so that's.
And I gotta, and Martha Stewart's probably my favorite felon, on the planet, easily. Because look, if you're gonna be a near billionaire like crook, I gotta tell you, especially in the modern age of billionaires, she seems to be the least. And her valuation may only be like 400 million nowadays or whatever. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like she took a hit when she got convicted for something that literally a million other men are doing, but that's a whole other thing. But in terms of like the wealthy, like she would be fed. She'd be eaten last. You know what I mean? She seems like she's all right.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you saw, but like, all the jokes aside, her and Snoop they have more than they have a few different things. Like they have that commercial with what's the commercial they're running right now? It's like a mainstream brand. It's
I haven't seen that.
And how did they associated? They're able to interassociate with both her lifestyle and his like perceived lifestyle or whatever. But my point is they also have a pot accessory associated thing, like a rolling paper or a I forget what it is, but something more like segmented, a niche market, we'll say.
They did that together. That's pretty cool.
They're just co-branded. It could be some company, but they're at least doing the billboarding for it.
Yeah, they're a cool odd couple for sure. Like just hanging out, and the potluck show was super silly. I don't know if any of you ever watched it. But yeah, they're just clowning. Basically, it reminded me kind of our show a little bit.
Can I ask you kids something?
Sure.
Yeah.
What has been your favorite experience from TTS this year thus far?
I love the. Well, I don't know if this is this year or last year. I'm mixing it up.
Yeah.
Probably. If I had to go for just this year alone, I'd say the conversation that we had with Michelle Foyk, and then episode 2 with Laura Green, talking about hospitality and stuff like that, and healthy pour. But
that was cool.
I love talking with Lisa recently too. Like that was a really great conversation, and Dan Wade as well. I mean, I think I've just been really blown away by our guests.
Yeah, I would agree. Like just some of the stuff the guests have said and done, and the music one. Man, I don't know. They've all been so good.
We had that Dan Fest. That was really fun.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that was my highlight was that episode. That was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dabs and Drums fucking went crazy. That was really awesome. I loved hearing. I don't know if this is technically this year. Well, it's technically this year, but it's season 1, I think, when AC did the elements of hip hop and like broke them down really individually. Cool. I think we have that clip of him beatboxing, right?
I think I have it pulled up. Yeah, let me get that.
Yeah, that would be cool because that was something I didn't know you were able to do. AC. Yeah, you're not gonna just blow our minds right now and just beatbox our faces off right now. No.
No, I don't. It's too early.
Yeah.
Okay. It might be like a few seconds before. I'm not sure.
Talked about the history, the origin, did some scratching, whatever. Today we're going to be talking circle, having fun. You just free, and that became like that. Just took on a whole other world of its own, if you will, and that grew. The biggest probably influential
at the beginning
artist.
I feel like he
beatboxer would be Dougie Fresh. They call him.
I think he did it before he talked about Dougie.
Those old rolling drum machines.
Oh yeah, you're so close.
If you didn't.
I know it's like right around here.
I think it was right before that because he was talking about emulating the rolling drum machine. Oh yeah, it's like right after this.
Oh, should I be talking?
On.
Theory and beats.
Yeah.
Beats. Hey, I'm AC. What's up? Theory and Beats. Thank you for joining us again. Hello. Hope everyone's well. Theory and Beats. This is going to be the second part.
I'll hear it.
The elements of hip hop. There's 5 elements of hip hop.
Oh, you could just hear him there. That's right.
DJing last time.
Did it. I don't know, man. I should have timestamped it for you. That's my bad.
No, you're good.
But like I think that I learned more from AC and those segments, like supplementing knowledge that I already had from watching other documentaries about hip hop and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was just really fun to kind of get that kind of perspective. And then AC is kind of like taking that type of education to a whole new show. Like Sign of the Times, I feel like has very much that same vibe that you kind of like you kind of honed in on when you were doing that Elements of Hip Hop like five-part series. So
do you have a highlight, AC?
She fat.
Yeah, man.
That was a really cool episode, yeah.
That shit was just so neat to see and like have explained to us also. Like just that whole what do they call again? VTuber. Yeah.
It's funny because when I was watching that episode, I only know there's a very high visibility. Well, there's a number of them, especially in certain niches. But if you were just sort of generically cruising through Twitch or whatever, especially 2 years ago, I don't know, there was a person named Code Miko who like really as a brand got really, really visible because some people who do the VTubing are inside of like they're a specific game niche or they're in a they're in a thing, but like it's just a general person, and that person who I just mentioned was doing a lot of interviews. So it was so cool to see you all interview someone and like sort of flip the script and have them just interact with you. And because again, a lot of those VTube stuff is all inside of it's a little niche, very specific niches that like if you're just generally cruising through the live stream universe, you wouldn't necessarily come across them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just wouldn't be visible. So I thought that was wonderful. The way you brought spotlight to them.
Yeah, that was all AC, right?
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody.
Well, it's cool that you made that happen. I'd say if you were asking me my favorite Sign of the Times guest, it would be tough to choose, but Liz Skate Chicago, that shit was amazing.
That was dope.
Yeah, like all their wild ass videos, skating around Chicago and mapping out all the skate parks.
Yeah, she just got back from London.
Oh wow.
A little bit of London.
Her London videos are
bonkers.
I'm gonna get us the wassail.
Oh yeah, get us some
They're
wassail, and then maybe we could watch a little bit of Animal Crossing New Year's Eve. Because we did a segment in season 1 called Gamers Paradise a couple of times, but you know, typically we didn't have like we just, you know, you have a finite amount of minutes, so we haven't done any Gamers Paradise segments since the one we did on Animal Crossing and Zelda, the new Zelda, when it came out. But yeah, I think that would be fun to watch together because it's timely, and Animal Crossing maybe isn't as like popular as it was during like lockdown, but I think it's still pretty popular. I think people still get quite the kick out of it, and
yeah, I think a lot of people still do.
you know what I'm super excited about for the new year is the possibility of figuring out streaming like some of our favorite games we like to play. So we've got those plans in motion to be able to do the capture card technology to stream our Switch and like actually show you Hope Island a little bit more in the new year, and be able to show you some grinding, some gnar grinding and Tony Hawk, you know.
And some gameplay from Pokemon Scarlet or Violet.
Scarlet and or Violet, and some gameplay. Maybe we'll play some Burger Time. Maybe we'll play some Tetris.
Ooh.
There's the Wassel.
We have our Chris Kendall mugs.
Nice. Oh yeah, he zoomed in on you.
Here.
Wow, that looks cool.
Yeah.
I put the little
star apple.
The apple on there.
Look at that.
Star apple.
That's pretty good. Star apple magic.
It's very cinnamony.
It's because you're a cinemaniac.
Hey,
Cineholic.
Hey, callback. The Cinemaniacs.
It says Animaniac shirt on. There you go.
Let's watch that. Let's watch that Animal Crossing, and we're gonna cheers to you guys. I wish we could share this with you.
Yeah.
Oh, I finished my tea earlier. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, AC, you got a cup?
You got a cup? You got a cup nearby?
I just got water.
Hey.
Happy New Year, honey. You have a nice hand.
Happy New Year to all of you, also.
Thanks for making me tea.
It's been like a year. My pinball sound effects. Do you like that? You like that?
In here. What are you playing?
Animal Crossing.
Ooh, that's good.
Is this your island? On New Year's? Oh my.
Wow. 2022. See you later.
That's crazy.
You're
That
just
was
going through that shit.
start of this year and we're about to end the year.
They're partying.
Yeah.
Flags waving.
What a sick party.
The animals.
Look at that. That animal's twerking his tail.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm gonna probably grow
Animals
the
getting
mustache like that bear fella.
party
the
hats
blue
for
bear
sale?
fella.
Beardo.
Beardo is his name.
Sorts of things. Oh man.
The half
Look at that Have Hope flag waving high.
Take that stick, honey.
beautiful.
Do you see little
It's
Erin?
like double mic.
Little Erin D.
I can't
Yeah, that's
tell
pretty
what
weird.
She is.
talking at what time.
That's great.
This is pretty funny. This is probably my favorite.
Well, thanks for showing us your island. Happy New Year.
Did you
Photos.
already shake your
Talked to a
stick?
couple other
I
ones.
missed it.
Yeah.
Sick
that's
glow sticks though, for real. You were just cruising the party, mingling.
Yeah.
Nice.
So some people are really there's like certain islanders they really want, like certain neighbors, and I think like some of the ones I have are pretty
sought after.
Yeah, pretty sought after.
Fireworks
happening.
Oh, here's where you shake the stick. No, you just shook it for a second.
Well, I'm glad that you could enjoy this with us.
Oh my goodness!
Gotta
So that would be
appreciate
so fun to stream this
little thing.
game.
That's right, Candy. That's right.
You can hear him every now and then.
Oh man, an entrepreneur on your island, eh? Tom Nook, you rascal.
Tom Nook.
Okay.
Don't you hate the Nooks?
He doesn't have a good reputation.
Still pumped.
This is so funny.
Oh man, that's so ridiculous.
Good job.
You guys did a countdown and everything, didn't you?
Yep.
All right.
And then there's fireworks.
22, here we come.
Pretty silly.
Can't.
They don't call Christmas Christmas. They call it Toy Day.
Toy Day?
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Yeah, go run around your island.
Wow.
You're free. Party time.
I played Animal
You're
Crossing.
free
but
in
not
the
this
game. You can do whatever
Yeah,
you
she's got all sorts of weird shit on her island.
want.
We'll need an update next year on what that is.
Yeah.
So fun.
I'm currently in the midst of making a library.
Ops, you got mad.
Like I have this whole gaming like concert area, and I'm gonna make that into like a library.
There's your gaming right there.
Yeah.
Like Emporium.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then-
I made it like Emporium where it's like a bar arcade.
Nice.
Damn it out.
Get your drum set.
Oh man, Erin D getting some beats. Yeah. Yeah. That's great.
It's
I
so
like the
funny.
heart.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, right?
She's got it all.
So this was actually at
Well, you got
in
your
the,
light
in
stick
the
back.
like
Close
at
it.
midnight,
Check that.
or because that says 12:10 a.m. Was this actually at
What's on
midnight?
the other side of this?
I think you cheated.
I think I might have time traveled.
She time traveled, I think. So I think it was like technically
It might have been the next day.
it might have been New Year's Day that you like rolled the time back. So
Yeah.
you could do the countdown with all your critter friends.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Say goodbye.
I was like, dang, that's
The
dedication.
magic.
Yeah,
Is there any
Water's that?
penalties for time traveling?
Not really.
No?
Whoa, toenail moon. Oh man.
Look at her shake that glow stick. Shake that stick.
The only penalty is if you go a certain amount back.
You have a sphinx.
You'll wake up and you'll have really like messy hair, and your house will have like a bunch of cockroaches in it. And you
Really?
have to like run around your house and stomp out the cockroaches.
Oh my
That's
god.
so
That's
weird.
that's the only like drawback of time traveling.
Freedom.
Hey, Ari, could I ask you about your Statue of Liberty Easter Island had Godzilla combo? What do you call that? Do you call that mid-century?
Yeah, mid-century butter. Totally. No, I
Late
just
20th century.
you like can get you can get weird stuff for your island in different ways, and
That's so fun.
I just found you find those or you buy them.
She did some things she can't explain.
Yeah, and I just was like, they should go over here. I don't know.
No, it's nice. It's nice to revisit that. It makes me want to. Stream some of our fun games.
Yeah.
In the new year.
Yeah.
Hope Lounge style.
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll also have to look at what would be a fun in the gaming universe. We'll have to. We should really just talk about getting the Switch cards sooner than later. But what would be fun to also think about is one day hosting a TTS in VR Like we
Yeah.
actually run the episode where you all meet up like at a VR Hope Lounge or whatever, and we run it that way.
That would be wild.
Because then we can even invite people, which it'll be touch and go, but on it's live stream, we'll take our chances. But we can make an open invite for people to drop into the lounge if they want.
That would be cool. You know what would also be awesome is if we do a live Tomorrow Show or a live Hope Lounge where we are streaming some gameplay, but people at the live event are playing the game. You know what I mean? That'd be pretty fun. Almost like a little contest, a little tournament, a little tourney. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's it all seems doable. We'll have to talk to the bosses.
Yeah.
He came to be his good boy self at the very end of our last episode of the year. Good boy.
He's such a good boy.
You guys, it's been the best. This has been the best year yet for the Tomorrow Show. I bet you. I think you'd all agree.
Yeah,
absolutely. I don't know what your schedule is. I'm gonna have to jump off in a second, because I forget. Wait, do you just run till?
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up.
We're wrapping it up, baby.
Oh, we are in wrap. My bad.
We're wrapping it up, man.
Yeah. In the next year, we're gonna have my friend Jer on, who is an animator. He hand draws. He's pretty spectacular. Real weird animation.
Truly, I love it.
Very proud of him. We're gonna have my friend. I think we're gonna have my friend Jess on, who's a lived experience advocate.
Jess is awesome.
Great. She's also a comedian. And we have like a bunch of other people that we're gonna reach out to. So
we're gonna also probably bring back some of the old favorites. Probably have Jory Abner come back on. We'll probably have my cousin back on, my sister. Really. Probably got to get Ben up in the mix again. I miss Ben. I miss Ben. How's Ben doing? Ben doing good?
As far as we know.
All right. He texted me
the
other
day. He's traveling. Well, I don't.
He's in New Hampshire, I think.
Yeah,
for a little bit. So I'll have to catch up with him at the beginning of the year. Get him back in the mix, and we'll always have the three of us and Scott just causing a ruckus here on Twitch. So, and Phoenix. Sorry, Phoenix. I forgot. Also you, Phoenix. But we've had the best time doing this for y'all. Tell your friends. Follow the Hope for Us Network on all social media platforms. And we'll be wishing you happy holidays all the way through. Keep focusing on those things that get you through to tomorrow, because the holidays can be heavy, right? So for a myriad of different reasons and circumstantial things that stack up in a lot of different ways. Now 3 years basically living with this new reality. So I'm glad to know you all, and so much love. I can't wait to do this again at the beginning of the year. I think we'll see you January 15th, right? Is that the Sunday that we're coming back, I think?
14th is the 15th is Martin Luther King Monday.
Oh, so I was off by
Sunday.
So we'll see you on the 14th, 2023, and don't be a stranger. Let us know what you want to see in the new show, new seasons, new episodes. So until then, come find me in AC and Erin D roaming around Chicago doing stuff.
Right.
Thanks for joining us, Carl, and thanks for all your work, Scott.
Yes, indeed.
It's great.
We're very grateful for all of you, and wishing you a happy new year. Be safe. We love you. Till next time.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Happy holidays.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Yeah.